Hi everyone, this video is going to be about Jackery portable power stations and about how they are on sale right now, and I'll also be talking about which one I think you should get. As far as Jackery goes and my experiences with the company itself, they've sent me I think 3 or 4 products now to review, and I've made videos about them, and I have used their products extensively over the past, I don't know, year and a half or so, and I'm really happy with them. They're great products. Before they even contacted me to send me some of their things to review and make videos about, I had actually already purchased and used some of them. So they're a company that I've known about for a while and that I've used for a while, and that I think they're a good company. Their products are good, and I think that the best thing about them, about the products, is that they do what they say they're going to do, and they work like they should. And for something like this, that can be kind of foreign to a lot of people, the whole electronics and power management and charging things and running products, running electronics, that can be intimidating to a lot of us who aren't electrical engineers or whatever. And so the thing that I like about Jackery products is that there is no gotcha. Basically, how you would want them to work is how they would work. I've tested other similar products, similar power stations from other companies, and there's always something that's like, oh, that's dumb, why did they do that? And I haven't gotten that with the Jackery products. And on top of working like they should, the products are just easy to use, they're intuitive, there's nothing, you don't need to read a 500-page manual to figure out how to use these things. Now, this video is sponsored by Jackery, but I wouldn't have taken the sponsorship if I didn't believe in their products and think that they are good products. And so, take that for what it's worth. But again, these are the products I recommend to people. These are the products I recommend to family members if they're interested in this kind of thing. And so I really do think that they make good stuff. And basically the reason that Jackery sponsored this video and wanted me to make this video is that it is their 8th anniversary. And to celebrate, they're having a sale. Everything on their website and on Amazon, all their products are 15% off. There's no need for a coupon code. There's no special link you need to click or try or anything like that. If you go to the Jackery website, or if you search for their products on Amazon, they're all going to be 15% off. And that is from, let me look at the dates here to make sure I have these right, from today, November 16th, to November 18th. So for 3 days here, starting today, starting when this video goes live, you can get 15% off store-wide on Jackery products. So I will put links to those things in the video description, to Jackery.com, and then also to the Jackery store on Amazon. So if you are in the market for a portable power station to run things when you're camping or for emergency preparedness reasons, you're going to want to check this out. And so the question becomes, which portable power station should you get? I mean, Jackery sells other things, they sell solar panels, but my focus is on the power stations because that's what I've used the most in the past. You can go look at the reviews on Amazon and on their website if you want to look at the other things that they sell. But first off, let's talk about this guy. This is the Jackery Explorer 240. Who is this good for? What is this good for? I think that if you are just running or charging basic consumer electronics, this is the one to get. So if you're charging your phone, this can charge a phone just a ton of times. iPad, laptop, if you're running a small USB fan, if you're running a little USB light, this has 2 USB ports on it. It has the wall outlet and the 12-volt outlet. I have made a video review of this, and I will put a link to it in the description also. The wattage limit on the wall outlet here is 200 watts. So that's moderately low, so you can't run a hairdryer. You can't run a microwave. You probably can't run a blender. Again, you could plug your laptop into that, no problem. But if you're looking to run, high power items, then this is not the one for you. But one thing that I've found that I really like this for is just to take into places, to use as basically a portable power station, I guess. That's what it is. But so, for example, 2 days ago, I spent the night at my parents' house in Utah. They moved there relatively recently. I'm not super familiar with their house. I don't know, where the wall outlets are. I don't know what I'll need. And so I just took this in with my USB cables already plugged into it, so that you know, I didn't have to get like a super long cable to make sure it would reach the bedside table from wherever the wall outlet was. Because it is so small, it really is portable. And so I've used this going into hotel rooms too for the same reason. It's just a nice portable unit to have to make sure you'll always have power. That was the Jackery Explorer 240. This is the Jackery Explorer 500. And they have one that's in between. I think they have a 300 now. I have never used that one, so I can't speak specifically to it, but you know, it's pretty similar to the 240 from what I remember. But this one, the Jackery Explorer 500, this is the minimum one you're going to want to get if you want to run a fridge. And I'm talking about a 12-volt fridge here that'll plug into the cigarette lighter socket. So like a portable fridge made for camping and vehicles and things like that. Also, if you want to run a small TV, this is the good one to get. If you need a CPAP machine, if you have a CPAP machine and need to run that, or want to have something that could run that in the case of an emergency, this will run one of those for about 13 hours, so all night long. So you're going to be okay with this one. This is the one that I've used the most over the past year to run my fridge and my light and my fan, and recharging my camera batteries for this camera, recharging my drone batteries, recharging my GoPro batteries. This is the one that I've used for all of that. And it's great as long as you monitor the charge, right? So, for example, earlier this year, I went on a several-day-long trip to northern Idaho. Northern Idaho has a lot of trees. A lot of trees means a lot of shade. And so I have a 100-watt solar panel on the roof of my car that was charging this, but it wasn't able to keep it charged up because I wasn't getting a lot of sun. Because I was parking in the shade, I was camping in the shade. When I was driving, I wasn't driving a ton, and so I couldn't charge it fully up just from charging it while driving. And so it'll last a couple days just fine if it's not being recharged and you need to run your fridge and everything like that. But if you're not driving, or if you don't have solar for more than a couple of days, then you're going to run out of power on this. Or for example, if your charging cable comes out, which has happened to me before, I've spent a day with this not getting charged just because I wasn't paying attention and the cable came out of it. For a lot of people, this will be the one to get if you're going to be running a fridge in your vehicle. Again, just make sure that however you need to recharge it, whether it be by driving or running the car or by solar, or by plugging it into the wall if you have access to that, just make sure it does. It is being topped up every so often. As long as you monitor that, then you'll be fine. And this is more affordable than the next one we're going to be talking about, but it will get the job done. And I have made a video about this before. I have made a review video of the Jackery Explorer 500, and so I'll put a link to this also in the video description. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is my most recent acquisition, the most recent one from Jackery. And it's a big one. This is the Jackery Explorer 1000. It is big. It is great. I have not made a video about this. I've used it a little bit, but I haven't used it for like weeks at a time, and so I'm not going to make a review about this until probably the spring, because I'm not going to be traveling a lot in winter. But my first impressions, and after the initial use I have, is that it's great. I mean, it's basically the same thing as the other units, as the smaller ones, just bigger, more power. This can run 1,000-watt objects. So this can run a blender, this can run an electric grill, this can run certain power tools. Now, I'm not going to be able to run a power tool all day, but like, if you need it, it can do that. Now, this thing can, this has twice the charge of the 500, right? It has twice the capacity of the 500. And so this thing is going to be really good for me for running my fridge. And again, all the stuff that I've been charging and running. Basically, this means that I don't need to worry about how much battery I have. This is plenty for all of my needs. Your needs might be different. It might just barely meet your needs, but for me, for the type of stuff that I do, for when I'm camping in my vehicle, this thing is awesome. It's heavier because it has more battery in it, but it's still, it's still portable, and it's great. I really like it. And one more thing I wanted to say is that if you're unsure which size you need, go up. Default to the one with more power. You're never going to regret having more power. You might regret having less power. So if you're not sure whether you want to get the 240 or the 500, get the 500. If you're not sure you want to get the 500 or the 1000 and you can afford the 1000, get the best one you can afford. It'll just make life easier and less stressful overall. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys found this useful. Hope you guys, if you are in the market for one of these, hope you you make use of that 15% off that Jackery has going for the next few days. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, and thanks to Jackery for sponsoring this video and for giving me these great things to use and to inform you guys about, because I know that this is a topic that a lot of us have questions about, and Jackery really does make it easy. So thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.